Hello guys and welcome back to another FPL video. Today I have prepared for you my team selection for Gameweek 28. After a long break during the FA Cup round and a lot of injuries and shenanigans happening left, right and center, I am going to present to you my team, how it's going to look, what I'm going to do and what are going to be my transfer plans after I've seen all the shenanigans happening around. Before that, we're going to see how my team in 27 did. I think I did pretty alright there, and I've gained a brag back into top 25k. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoy my content and want to show your appreciation, please press the subscribe button. I've surpassed 3k subscribers, which for me is like a no-brainer, but I'm still aiming for 5k until the end of the season, so let's see if that is going to be possible. Now let's go and see how I did in game week 27. So this is the team. I got 67 points, which I think it's pretty okay. It's nothing too major, but overall a green arrow for me. Went from 23.3k to 16.8, so I'm barely into the 17k, but I'm inside of it. So defensively, my team did okay-ish. Midfield wise, pretty good. In attack, mixed feelings. Let's start with the goalkeeper. Pickford did alright, conceded a goal, not the end of the world. To be fair, I did not expect a clean sheet from him. At the end of the day, it would have been good to come from him, but still it was with Mbumu's performance not able to happen. So yeah, Pickford 2 points. In a week where most of my side faced someone from my side, being like Gabriel faced I think Forest, yes, with Wood, so yeah, did all right. Trent faced Newcastle. Bournemouth faced someone, but who they faced, I already forgot. So many things happening. It was pure madness, left, right, and center. Oh yeah, they faced Brighton. So at the end of the day, I think a pretty good mix of points after such a bad expected week that was going to happen in my eyes. But yeah, a lot of things can change and a lot of things can happen, but Pickford pretty well. Gabriel 7-pointer, pretty good against Forest, kept Wood at bay, and I don't think that anything major happened in that game from the defensive side from Chris Wood. Gabriel lost a bonus point. It would have been even better if he finished on 8. Huijsen, on the other hand, did not perform particularly well, and they lost to Brighton 2-1. It was Pedro and Welbeck with the goals. Pedro, pretty good performance, got the 2 bonus at the end also, and in hindsight I was not expecting a lot by him because he was on my bench, but got subbed on after Isaac didn't play against Liverpool. Trent 6-pointer, it was okayish against Newcastle. To be fair, was on 7, dropped down to 6. I lost 2 bonus points after recalculation, which hurt a little bit, but nothing too major that I cannot recover from. In midfield, Palmer, the most captained player around me, didn't perform, blanked, missed a chance in front of goal, and ended the week with 3 points. Vice captaincy was on Salah. I had several players perform better than him, but in hindsight I was never going to bet against Salah because once I do it, I know that he is going to destroy me. 12 points, I think it's okay return. 6 double up to 12. It could have been better, as I've mentioned, but at the end of the day, it's still some points. Mbeumo, Pfeiffer with an assist, so a blocked shot from him. Wissa scored the winning goal, the equalizing goal, but still Bryan Mbeumo with 5 points. It was better than nothing. Kluivert with 10 points, great one, scored against Brighton. Yes, did not score a penalty. Pedro goal was a penalty, so we have to keep that in mind. But still, the 10-pointer with the clean sheet is everything that I can ask for. And 3 bonus, yeah. The star of the team this week is called Pedro Neto. My transfer last week, I decided to just pull the trigger and get Neto into my side. Of course, a lot of things can be said about him, like he was subbed off early. He may not play every Chelsea game, which is true, but I still think that he's capable of scoring a lot of goals. So for now, he's staying there. Up front, Isaac and Wood were my starting forwards, but Pedro had to come into the saving because Isaac was benched. Wood already mentioned he didn't have a lot of chances, and Pedro scored a penalty, nothing too major. Let's see if he plays the next fixture though or not, but yeah, that's something to worry about for Gameweek 28. O'Shea, 0 points. Once again, Cahill, 0 points. Ho, 1 pointer against Liverpool. Played pretty alright, but now he's out until the end of the season. And you're going to see how I'm going to approach his omission for my team, because that changes my plans a lot. And with the injuries of Mateta, Kune is suspended, Gordon is suspended, Ho is out, and Isaac is with a rumored injury. Yeah, a lot of plans change because 4 doublers are immediately out of our mind and out of the squads, and the player that was supposed to replace those blankers, being Cunha, he's also gone. So it's going to be difficult. Let's go and see how I'm going to navigate the upcoming week, because I think it's okay week for me. Let's go and see it. Starting in goal, I'm not going to surprise anyone. I'm keeping Pickford. It's a game against Wolves. Now without Cunha, I think Wolves will struggle to score goals. I think he has been their best player and is still their best player, of course. It would have been 50-50 if I keep Pickford if Cunha was there, but now there is like 0 chance to sell Pickford before they face a Cunha-less team. I think that I feel quite confident. I still have 1 free transfer in the bank that I'm not probably going to use this week, but yeah, things may change if we see more injuries. I have 1.4 million in the bank. That's not a lot, which is quite scary, to be fair, because I needed a little bit of money to have diversification in the team. But for now, yeah, I think it's enough. The backup goalkeeper is Cahill. There isn't to say anything about him. Pickford, what else to mention about him? That I'm probably going to keep him up until my wildcard. I will talk about my wildcard in the section where I discuss my transfer plans and how I approach to do things. But yeah, up until then, Pickford stays. Going into defense, I'm not making any changes into the defensive line. I was going to make one, but injury to Ho that I already discussed is going to restrict me there. We're starting with Gabriel against Manchester United away. I think that United are feeling down and they're going to focus in Europe, because there is the last chance for a cup this year for them, and the only way to get into European football for them is through Europe. So I think United will be playing full speed ahead there, while Arsenal just destroyed PSV in the Champions League and will be fully focused on the league. So I think here it's an Arsenal win. Manchester United away, it's never an easy fixture, but in my opinion, that's how the game is going to go. Huijsen against Spurs, it's not ideal in any shape or form, but I am not going to do anything rash there. I'm just going to keep him. I like how Bournemouth are playing. I like Huijsen in general. He is playing out of his mind at the moment, especially for a 19-year player. Like, he is the Brandtwaite of last season in my eyes. He's surprising anyone. No one expected it, and I think that yeah, we'll see the best of him against Spurs. Spurs also will be focused solely in Europe, because that's their last chance of any cup win this year, and them and United will be playing full speed ahead. If they want to enter the European competition next year, they'll have to win a European tournament, and I think Spurs are just going to be fully focused there. Then Trent against Southampton. I haven't seen yet the PSG Liverpool game, but whatever happens, I think that Trent is going to be utilized. I don't think that he will be rested against Southampton. I think that he will get a rest after it. So he has Southampton, then he has PSG, and he has Newcastle. That's not a lot of games for Trent to handle. I think that he is going to be fully capable of doing so, and even if Liverpool are winning, I think that he can get rested for like 20-25 minutes. So I think Trent plays at the moment. If he doesn't play, sadly I'll have to rely on Darrell O'Shea, which is by far not the most ideal thing to do, but for me it's not worth the risk to take away Trent before a Southampton game. Like, it's it's a no-brainer for me. Ho, for now will remain. I have 5 million, he's 5 million, and I have a lot of money invested in him, so I will be doing a transfer pretty soon for him and I'll be taking it out. But I really have to think about my options, which we're going to do together in a brief second. So for now, that defense will remain. I think it's a pretty solid defense. I don't think that for now it needs any changes. Soon they will happen, but for now it remains like that. Going into midfield, I think it picks itself. Basically, I think I have a pretty good plethora of players where I expect a lot of returns from them. We start with the obvious Mohamed Salah. Currently, at the time of recording, he's playing against PSG, and honestly, he's having a little bit of a break because he has done absolutely nothing. So, regarding not UCL, FPL, it will be good. He will be fully rested because, yeah. Jokes aside, Salah, I don't think I can go against him. He's reaching the 14 million. He was very far away from that price at the beginning of the season, but now this guy is just inevitable. He scores for fun. He does everything with pleasure in the Prem, and he's having the season of his life. Southampton at home, the easiest position to face, in my opinion. I think that, yeah, I'm not going without Salah. Moving into Palmer, I'm still believing in him, but soon this patience may end and I may just take him out. I don't know how it's going to go, but against Leicester, I'm not touching him. 11.1 million. Okay price at the moment, so I feel pretty content having him. Then we go to Mbumo against Aston Villa. Aston Villa played in UCL, played pretty poorly in my opinion, but won against Bruges. Now they will be concentrated to finish up the work against Bruges, and I don't feel like they're going to be full power against Brentford, but this doesn't mean that the game is going to be easy. Still, I believe that Aston Villa are a tough opposition, but Mbumo is on penalties and I expect him to play as a striker this game, so he's not going anywhere. Then we move to Kluivert. As mentioned, Spurs will be fully focusing on European fixtures, and I believe it's a perfect fixture for Kluivert to drive even more from second position, joining the attack, scoring goals, being on penalties. He's very good, so yeah, I'm delighted to have him. And the final guy here is Neto. I don't know if he will start, but there are no fit forwards for them. It has to be Neto, Palmer, and then Kunku playing. Probably Sancho can come in and play a little bit. There is Enzo. We don't know how they are going to structure the team, but still I believe Neto is starting up front, and I believe that he will be very hard to not own at the moment. Last time around, Nkunku outscored him by a little bit, but I believe now that Neto will continue his form and score 1 or 2 more goals, which would be ideal for me. The midfield is pretty premium for me this week, and I expect a lot of returns there. Finally, no one from my midfield faces anyone in my defense, so that's going to be a good thing to have in the team. Moving into the forward line, I'm starting with Isaac and Wood. Pedro is on the bench. Isaac against West Ham, I don't know if he is going to play or not, but he is going to be my starting lineup, because if Newcastle want to win, they will have to deploy Isaac. Gordon suspended, Howe injured. They're two of their, okay, let's say not of their 3, but probably top 5 players. 2 of their top 5 players are gone now, and I believe that Isaac will be good to have up front, because without him they're just toothless in my opinion, and I don't see them picking a lot of points without him. So if he's fit, he will be playing. Chris Wood against City, he's starting for me. I'm not going to opt for a fixture without Chris Wood. I know that City are gaining up some form, but Forest are not punching back either, so I feel like they can have a little bit of a challenge there. Then we have Pedro against Fulham. Sadly, he will have to be on the bench. Of course, he will be a first bench order when I order it around during the week, but yeah, if Isaac doesn't play, Pedro will come in, and I'm more than delighted to use it that way. I think that the team looks solid. The captaincy is going to be for Salah instead of Palmer. I think that Salah against Southampton is going to feast. Even though they're having a hard fixture against PSG still, I believe that Salah is the right choice to captain. If you have any questions about that team, please don't hesitate and just ask them. But I feel like the team is pretty content. Now let's go and see how I am preparing my transfer plans for the upcoming weeks, because now it became just a little bit more difficult. So here is how my team is looking. It's basically the same from the vid. Yeah. So Gameweek 28, it's obvious. I'm not going to do anything, just trusting my team. I think it's more than okay. I have Joao Pedro to cover for Isaac if something happens. Dara O'Shea to cover for Trent if he is by any chance rested, because against PSG he has made a lot of effort. But not ideal, but yeah, it's okay. Then moving into Gameweek 29, here lies the issue. If I include Joao Pedro and if I include O'Shea, which is not ideal by far, I still need to drop some players. The player that I drop is Trent, because I will not have him for the rest of the year. And I will add a player named Gvardio. Gvardio is a player that I want to own in this run of fixtures. They will have probably a double, because both Villa and City are still in the FA Cup. And in Game Week 34, one of them will reach it. Villa face Preston, so I think that the game is going to be postponed either way. That would mean that around Game Week 33, I expect to have a double. So Gvardio is in. Another player that I will sell this week is Joao Pedro. Joao Pedro gone. I have 8.1 million to use, and that money is going to be most probably used for Marmoush. Now, getting Marmoush, it's not like getting Haaland, but I think that Marmoush is okayish. Okayish to have, okayish to own. The final thing that I plan to do is to sell Lewis Hall, as he is not going to be playing basically any games up ahead. And I will be getting a player like Nico Williams from Forest. 4.4 defender, he has Ipswich. I'm getting him instead of Dara O'Shea. In Game Week 34, he will face Brentford, and there is a high chance that Forest go through. Wolves is the other team that I plan to get, but it's against Leicester, and both teams are out of the FA Cup, so no double. The question now is, do I trust Forest defense against Ipswich? Everton, I can use them, then Brentford and Palace, so I think it's pretty okay. I can use against United, I can use against Villa, so I feel pretty okay relying on him going forward. Of course, Game Week 30 against United, not going to be relied on. Game Week 31, not going to be relied on. Then Game Week 32, I can rely on him. So I feel it's pretty okay-ish. It's not good, but it's okay-ish. And then we move to the Game Week 30 period, where I return Salah like that, and I have a pretty okay team apart from Pickford. Is it ideal? Yeah, why not? Why shouldn't it be ideal? United, Ipswich, Fulham, Leicester, Newcastle, Spurs, Brentford, Everton. I think it looks alright, and I don't have to activate the wildcard now in that sense. Then if I go into Game Week 31, here I may activate the wildcard in order to get more Newcastle players. Here Gordon will be back, so Gordon will be coming back into the side. Then we'll have someone like Munoz joining the frame. I can use a transfer here, and instead of Wood, get Mateta if Mateta is fit, but we don't know if Mateta is fit. I can get Munoz. Yes, it's an option, but do I want it? Probably not. So at the end of the day, yeah, probably Munoz will be a good target to get here, so I may transfer out O'Shea. I have the money and get him, and just bench. Who am I benching? I have no clue, probably Huijsen. But yeah, it's okay. But if I get him there, I may hold here. But no, I want to take out Pickford. I want to set up goalkeepers for the double up. I want to take out Mbumo. I can keep those three forwards. If Mateta is having a double and is fit, I can get him instead of Marmoush, which is okay. Or even against instead of Wood, that's okay also. So I feel pretty content with one hit only, which the only player that I must remove is Pickford, and it's not a necessity. Everything else I can just keep into oblivion. Of course, there is a lot else to be happening, but I feel pretty okay. Yeah, Marmoush is not as nailed as Haaland, but yeah, I can give him the benefit of the doubt, and will probably suit my team to get Mateta. and to continue into abyss of doubles. And in game week 31 we will know the exact doubles, when are happening, against who they are happening, when is going to be the postponements replayed. So I feel pretty good, I feel okay. So yeah, write me down in the comment section, what do you think about my plans? Are they okay? Are they not? I don't know if they're that exciting. My chip strategy will differ based on all the things. Just push through game week 29 and that will be it. I think it's an okay strategy, but time will tell. As per usual, special shout out to the members of the channel: Seth, Florin, Zach, Oscar, Pascal, and Hem. Thanks so much for contributing to the channel. It means the world to me. If you guys want to become members, there is a quick link in the description and you can join for a fee that is listed on the left. If you don't want to spend money or you cannot afford it, please subscribe to the channel. It's completely for me. Tomorrow I will prepare a video with the final tips that I have to give, looking at some data, some matches or something like that. Then a deadline stream to come your way. So be prepared for everything. Thank you so much for watching. But for now, guys, I'm heading out. Bye.